Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I know you were hoping for a DIY or cooking or organizing. But today's organizing project turned out to be 2 days worth of work. It's actually the office space where we were organizing the other day. So I mentioned it, well, you won't see the video, so you won't know. But I mentioned in the intro to the video, day 2, is that we did it in 3 stages. One stage was to basically take huge sections and just make huge piles. Preliminary sorting, basically. So this is stuff that needs to go in the closet. This is stuff that needs to go in the boxes. This is stuff that needs to get given away like right off the bat. And then, like that kind of stuff. Then we were going to do stage 2, which was the purge of going through, and as we put the stuff back in the closet, we go through all the bins, purge them. I finally got off my butt and made labels for all of them. Praise Jesus. But I knew that I didn't want to make labels before because I was going to probably reorganize them, and I did, which was good. So the good news is we didn't do it all that long ago, so it didn't have that much, I didn't have that much of it to do. But the bad part was that because Jim wasn't like actively participating in this, he kind of like started to get tired, and then like if he's not always moving, he's like he's got like stop and go. It's like his 2 speeds. So he kind of like fizzled out, and it's okay though. I'm fine with it. There's a couple of things he did help me get out that I can work on myself, but I've got like the worst headache. I was off my diabetes medicine for a while because the COVID-19 and the not being able to see the doctor and that kind of thing. So I finally got to see the doctor and got my medicine, and I started my medicine up again today. And what I had been doing when I'm not on the medicine was basically eating very, 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 very low carbs. Not doing keto, not upping my fat intake more than like whole milk, you know what I mean? I'm not like purposefully adding fat. Like I said, I wasn't doing keto. I was just doing very, very low carb. Like there is carbs in sugar-free creamer, and there is carbs in sugar-free Jell-O. But to me, that's like, not that they're good carbs, but they're not blood sugar spiking carbs. So I think that today, I started my medicine yesterday. So it's 2 times a day. So yesterday and last night and this morning. And I realized that I think I'm having a sugar low. Doing all this activity, not eating carbs for days and days and days and days, and then starting the medicine. I don't even know, I didn't even think the medicine could take have that efficacy just yet after 3 days, but it could still be in my system from before. I don't know. I don't know how it goes. So, I have a headache. I want to stop, take a break. Would it be terrible if I turn this off? Oh, see, that's not terrible. And I don't normally get migraines, but I feel like that's what that is. Like the bright light right now. I know it's my sinuses because I could feel it. I was just explaining to Jim, if you've never had seasonal allergies or sinusitis or sinus problems, I said to Jim, it's sort of like you can do this and there's, it's totally clear. But if you swallow like deep, you can just about feel the coating of the mucus on the base of your sinus cavity there. And I'm sorry if that grosses people out. It's just talk about mucus. Don't kill me in the comments because I mentioned mucus, or, I'm not spitting this time or whatever. Anyhow, so it's causing me to have a headache. It's basically, it does. Yesterday, the last 4 days was like in the 80s. Well, the last 3 days, I'm sorry, it was in like the 80s every day. Today, I kid you not, The high is 59. So it went, we're having extreme weather, which of course then makes the pressure, it's gonna, like, it's cloudy out, yucky, and all the things. So we did so much. I'm so proud of the work that we did. I'm so proud of Jim. There is still work to be done in this. We originally set out to make a plan. We wrote down the 5 big projects that we had in the 10 days. And when we originally started the plan, it was like, let's take a day off and then work, and then a day off and then work. But maybe we'll see how he feels when he wakes up tomorrow, that maybe we'll do. And I actually said to him today, I was like, I would rather like do 2 days of work in a row so that you can have like the last day before you go back to work off. So we'll see. Maybe we'll do that. If you are all interested, he has the Walmart haul. He went to Walmart. I have to tell you though, and I know a lot of what he says is like, he thinks I have control issues, and he thinks I'm always trying to control him. I do have somewhat of control over, I try to have somewhat of control over what I usually can control. And I know that sounds stupid to say, it's almost contradictory, but when I go shopping, for example, if I have on the shopping list that I need ground beef, and I need 4.5 pounds of 93.7 ground beef, and they don't have it, I have a secondary and a tertiary backup. Secondary would be, do they have smaller packages of that leanness? Tertiary may be, do they have something with a little bit more fat? I can always drain it off. And then, but beyond that, okay, do we go to ground turkey? Do we go to ground chicken? What is it that we're looking for to make with the ground beef? Like, that's how my brain works. That's how I like to have, not even control, but just like an organized thought over the situation. And of course, when he goes, he has a list. I mean, it's a very men are from Mars, women are from Venus type of situation. They have a very linear thought, you know, okay, so they didn't have chicken thighs. This time he called, which I loved. He called me and said they don't have any chicken thighs. They have bone-in chicken breasts. Actually, that's not true. He didn't call me about the chicken thighs. He called me about other stuff, but he didn't call me about the chicken thighs. But, you know, so did you get an alternative to the chicken thighs? No, because he didn't know, or he didn't think to call, or whatever the thing is, you know. So, it's hard, but it's one of the things that I pray for grace, to have the patience for, and I'm hopefully doing successfully. It's just hard sometimes to be like, this is normally something that I do. I normally do it with my eyes closed. I normally do it, you know, well, almost. Does that make sense? I don't even know if that makes sense. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah. I don't think I'm making sense. Do you guys ever get like that when you have a headache? You just don't make sense. So this, gosh, where was I going with telling you about Jim and my control issues? I think I was not about, yeah, sorry. Control. I don't want to have control of the situation. I don't want to have control over him. I want to have control of the situation. It could be that I was going to like that we work very differently. So I did mention it recently that I like to go. And then once I'm done, I don't like to take a break because I lose my momentum. It's not really that I lose my momentum so much. It's that like, okay, so right now my feet hurt, my knees hurt, but if I get up and move them to relax them, the muscles will go in the other direction, and then it'll hurt twice as much to sit back in this space. So it's like that kind of thing. But he needs breaks often. But I needed him here today. So I think that's, I don't know, is this conversation all over the place? Squirrel, bring it back. I had to have him I told him to get a chair and to sit and to just be present. He doesn't have to be like actively doing something. Get the iPad or something, so that's something he can walk away from. But I think that not doing the activity is really one of the things that made him sleepy and tired. The other thing is, because this is like my stuff, he doesn't really have a desire to do it, even though that I'm purging and that's what he wants me to do. He wants me to go and do it on my own, like the way he likes to purge. He doesn't want me to be there when he purges, because then I will convince him that he really needs the thing he's trying to get rid of. And then in 6 months, he needs the thing he's trying to get rid of and he wants me to buy him a new one. Which I get. But anyway. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is everywhere. It's everywhere and nowhere. Forgive me if you're the kind of person who needed a calm, focused thought. I'm sorry you came to the wrong channel today. But anyway, I'm very proud of the work that we have done. Obviously, there is more work to be done. So, there isn't much. Like, I only have one tiny thing in the dining room. I can't squeeze my hiney between the table and the buffet. So I need him to get those. I store my linen napkins in there, and I want to relocate them. I'm trying to make it so that I don't need him for things. I'm trying to make him obsolete. No, kidding. I'm trying to make myself more independent again. So I don't know if I mentioned it. I think I mentioned it in the vlog, on the vlog channel yesterday, about the dining room situation. I've put storage in the dining room to try to make it more organized for me when a holiday comes, to decorate for that season, to decorate the dining room table. If I impromptu have company that I want to put on to make them feel special, I want to be able to get that stuff without him in case he's at work. So I put up storage shelves so that I can relocate my chargers and my holiday plates and the linens. And one of the things that I want to relocate is my dinner napkins. So if company comes last minute, I'm not going to probably change the tablecloth and probably not the centerpiece, but I probably could put on new napkins, new chargers, a new place setting. So if I can have my hands on the place settings, I'm not worried about the actual tablecloths. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish. I have these baskets that I got at the Dollar General on clearance. They're like wire, and they're really, I feel like they're not meant for anything other than like it can hold napkins. They're tall. The holes are really like wide open. I think I can put a picture in when I do. When I'll show you the dining room stuff, then I'll show you what I'm talking about. But you can't really store anything in there. They'll just like fall over. They're too angular to put like 2 bottles in. Like, I don't know. They were just, they were on clearance. I fell in love with them because they're leather handles and the black wire. But then I was like, when I got them in my space, I'm like, these are impractical. I don't even know what to do with these. So we'll figure it out. But what I did was I got a lot of stuff together. There's still some things that he has to help me with. But there's a lot of stuff that I can still do by myself, which is great. Looking forward to that. Maybe tonight I'll come back. I'll see how I feel after I rest. Maybe my headache will go away. I'll take some ibuprofen, and maybe my headache will go away. But I've created a bag, like my holiday bag, that I put all my holiday decor in for the season. And then I also created one that has like stuff for projects that I have in mind already. So yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what I have going on. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I have a really bad headache. It hurts really bad. I don't want it to hurt. I don't want my head to hurt. I think I'm gonna go. I know that this is, yeah, that's a vlog at distance. I'm gonna go, and I love you, and thank you for being there for me and supporting and encouraging. You guys are so encouraging about just do what I can do, don't push myself. But I love you, and I do it for you. I do it for me, but I do it for you. Because I know so many of you look forward to seeing me every day, and I look forward to you talking to me every day. I love being back in the comments. It's really brought me like back into the world with you. I feel like it's difficult, and I have to give myself the grace to not be able to get to all of them, because there's a lot sometimes, and I don't have that time. Like, I don't always have time during the day. The big thing, as they started to become more and more frequent, was that reading puts me to sleep, and the print on the app where I can see the comments is really tiny. So I'm having to use a magnifying glass with my readers to read the comments, and like type text to type to actually type, because it's hard to see. Not a complaint, just telling you why it takes so long. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your grace. I do appreciate it. I feel like each and every one of you is just a blessing from above. So thank you, and thank you for bringing them to me. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. I'll see you next time. Bye.